Hi guys, it's Walt. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a very special webinar for me because this is to you, our existing customers, and I just don't get a chance to say it enough. Thank you. Thank you so much for being you, for your loyalty. It's so great to see you on the call. I've had so many people pop up into the chat box that have been long-term customers. I just wanted to say thanks. So we've got people like Francis who have been with us for a very long time, and Lester and Dr. Hoove, and so many of you guys are here with us. It's just so great to see. And again, I just want to say thanks. I can't say it from a deep enough place in my heart. We've been online for 8-9 years, and a lot of customers have been with us for a very, very long time, bought all of our products, continue to show us that loyalty, and I just am so very, very grateful for that. So we're going to walk through today something really special. There's nothing for sale here, although at the end I'm going to make a coupon available. We've got a launch coming up next week. This coupon is only for you as an existing customer. It's not for everybody else. It's not even going to be mentioned anywhere other than this webinar. If somebody asks me, is there a coupon? I'm going to say no, it's only for you as a thank you. So I'll definitely make it worth your while. But I want to show off this product. This is a very special launch for us, and let's kick in. I really want to get this through. But again, thank you so much for being you, for being a customer, for being with us for such a long time across all of our product ranges. No matter if you've been with us for a month or 10 years, I just really am grateful. And we couldn't run our business without you. And let's not all forget that. The customers really drive everything that we do. So again, thank you so much for being you. Let's kick in to this presentation. As it says on the screen there, uncovering and presenting customers for any business in just minutes. And that's me up there. We're going to be talking about a program called DataJeo, but really, let's talk about why we're here and what we're here for, because I know for a fact that everybody here on the call is with me for one specific reason, and that reason is to do better. So that's, get more people onto our lists and databases, get more customers, get more people to buy from us, get more reach from what we're doing online. In fact, I know, again, for a fact, that everybody here online is here to move themselves forward. In fact, there would be nobody here on the call that would be saying to me, I just wanted to come onto this webinar to see how I could waste more time, to see how I could lose money, spin my wheels, and not get any further. Does that sound like you? Is there anybody here in the chat box? Is there anybody here on the call that could say that? All right, I'm not expecting any ones in the chat box on that one. I'm sure, and I know, guys, just drop a 1 in the chat box for me. Are you here to do better? Are you here to get further ahead? Are you here to get better results? Are you here to make better steps forward in what you're doing? Yeah, look at all the ones coming through. Yeah, 1. Yeah, cool, exactly. We're here to do better. We're here to find a better way of doing things. Everything that we're doing in any field, any facet of business should be about getting better results, and that's what we're here for. So let me tell you about the beginning. I've been marketing online, building a software company for the last 10 years. And it wasn't going very well at the start. At the beginning, I was literally trying to make sales anywhere, but specifically online. So, it went along the lines like this. I've got a good product. Someone must want to buy it, don't they? Hello? Anyone? In fact, I remember our very first product that we ever put up online. I did in partnership, and we had it up, and I thought that we would go to bed that night. I finished the website. I bought a program for making sales online, and put it all together. I studied at night times over Christmas holidays. I got it done. I had it up online, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to go to sleep tonight, and when we wake up tomorrow morning, there's going to be cash in our bank account. And, I was excited. I could barely sleep that night. And I woke up early in the next morning and checked that bank account, and guess how much was in there? I bet you can guess, right? Absolutely nothing. And unfortunately, the euphoria and the expectation of that stayed with me for a while. I was expecting money to just flow to me. I've got something to sell. Surely somebody must want to buy it, don't they? Hello, anyone? But of course, that didn't happen, and it was a painful, I guess, financially exercise that led me into learning about advertising and doing all kinds of things, and I guess business progressed. But Peter Drucker, who's a world best-selling author, New York Times best-selling author, millions of copies in marketing, he said the aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits them and sells itself. All right. So when we're talking about, hey, I've got something. I found a great product on ClickBank or JVZoo, or I've got this amazing product I want to sell. I've got this affiliate thing. I've got this product. Okay. Then the aim of marketing is to get that product in front of the right audience in a way that's so tightly done that it can't help but make sales. And that's what we're here for. We're here to see if we can make that an easier transition for you. I just recently invested in this was about 8 months ago, in a course by Jason Hornung. If you don't know Jason's a fantastic coach when it comes to advertising. The course that I invested in there was specifically on Facebook advertising. It was about $2,500. And so Jason's training is incredible. And the first 2 hours of that training was talking about profiling your customer, finding out about your customer. He was going into so much detail about where the customer lived and how old they were and what problems they were facing. And if you can get that profile down pat, then your advertising becomes a natural extension. And again, that's what I'm here to talk about. But I wanted to tell you guys that I'm really I'm doing what I'm talking about here. So I'm investing in training to get myself ahead, to move forward further and faster. And as I was going through this training with Jason, as I said, $2,500 on a training course, and I'm going through the training, and I'm in that first video, and it's 2 hours in, and he's still talking about profiling the customer. I couldn't help but smile because I knew what we had coming, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So let me tell you, the day that my business multiplied 10x, I 10 times my results when a gentleman that I was working with, an incredibly talented copywriter by the name of Neil Merton, said to me, the most important part of selling anything is understanding the customer. Okay. Now, this Neil is a copywriter. He's a multi-million-dollar copywriter. Okay, and we were working together on a project. And the goal of a copywriter, the job description, the role of that person, is to write words that are convincing so that an audience can buy that product. Does that make sense? That's the role of a copywriter. Okay, to write the words that are convincing. Now, he said the most important part of that sale is understanding the customer. What does the customer want? And that's what we really wanted to get into. And when Neil, it seems obvious, doesn't it? That to make sales of anything, you need to understand what the customer wants and needs. That just makes sense. But when Neil took the lid off that for me, I kind of went, whoa, I've been focusing on the wrong thing. I've been focusing on the amazing products that are out there. Let's go and find this incredible offer that's on ClickBank, or let's go and find this amazing thing. Let's build something better. I was focusing on the product. This product is so amazing. Surely somebody must buy it. And Neil said, no. Focus on the customer. What do they want and what do they need? And by a very nature of asking that question, sales will come naturally. And that actually is the day that this project that I'm about to unveil for you, that this project started too. Yeah? That was the day that DataJeo really started to form in my mind about how are we going to do this in such a way that anyone can do it. Without spending days and weeks and months trying to find out those ideal customers, there must be an easier way. We started building DataJeo, and that's what we're here for. So what I've got up there, a picture of one of those little electronic balls. When you touch the outside and the things zap, I've got that up there kind of to represent science. When you can define something, you can understand. When you can look at something and you can define it and you can look inside it and see how it works, then you can understand it. And that's what scientists have been doing for the last 6,000 years. Ever since somebody started etching clay into a tablet, they started thinking, how does the sun set? How do we go up and down? And, we went through the whole Earth is flat thing. We've gone through, all the way through to satellites taking pictures in 3D all across the world. When we look at something and we want to know, how does it work? When we understand how it works, we can then work with it. Does that make sense? When we understand, for example, that gasoline explodes when it's ignited, we can put that into an engine and create an internal combustion engine. All right. Then we can work with electricity and understand force, and we can we end up with a Tesla. We can take something, then we understand it, and we can move it forward, and we can evolve. Does that make sense? When you can define something, you can understand it. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about with understanding and defining your customers, so that, let's not forget our point here, so that we can make more money, have more time, do all of the things that we wanted to do. Let's not forget the point. because I'm here to talk about understanding customers. But the point is to do better, to make more sales, to bring in more people to your business, to expand, to just get forward. That's the point. And my slide here is saying if you can understand something, then you can work with it. All right. So question for you. And I'm really looking for the answers here. Okay? I'm really looking for the answers here. Question for you. When you're looking at making sales of whatever it is you have, and a sale can be a sign up to a presentation, a sale can be as simple as someone joining your list, that's a sale. A sale can be a transaction that results in a commission or money in your bank account. When you're looking at making sales and you're looking at dealing with customers, what are some of the things you would like to know? Can you drop in the chat box? What would you like to know about those customers? Would you like to know, okay, so what are they looking for? What are they looking for, says Ron. Yeah, absolutely. What pain do they have, says Aline. Absolutely. Keep going, guys. What about things like their age and their sex and their location? Would that be helpful? If you knew how old they were, male or female, and where they lived, would that help in your categories? All right. Mikhail says what problems they have. Yeah, exactly. Max got answers there. What are they searching for? Would that help you? All right. What are they currently out there in the market for? If you knew, if I could give you a group of 100 people and say, I can tell you categorically what these people were looking for in the last 24 hours, would that help you? Oh my God, that'd be incredible, right? What about who else is looking for those same customers? In other words, what other products are out there that fit? And how does that help you? Because then you could move into an affiliate system, or you can look at cross sells. So if you understand what they're looking for and you understand who else is looking for those same customers, you can have some incredible financial opportunities there. Dominique's actually said this one, which is great. Where do they hang out? So I've put it up there on the screen. What social groups are they a part of? Do they follow a particular trend online? Are they members of specific groups? Why would that be important? Because if you knew where they hung out, Dominique, that's exactly right. If you knew where they hung out, you could reach them. Is that right? If you knew where they were, you would be able to communicate with them. If you knew that they subscribed to certain YouTube channels, if you knew that they followed specific people on Twitter, you would be able to communicate with them. Is that right? If you knew what they did in their spare time, you'd be able to reach them as well, right? What about what ads do they respond to? Would that be an interesting thing to know about a customer? Do they respond better to ads on Facebook than they do to ads on Google? If you knew that information, would that help you? Guys, I'm looking for some feedback here to let me know that I'm on the right track. If you knew these things, would it help you? If it would, drop a 1 in the chat. I've got yeses coming through. Thank you, guys. So my question was, would that help you? Now, just let me know. If you knew this about a customer, this and a lot more, but if you knew these things, would that help you make more sales? 111. Look at the ones. Whoa. All right, so we're in the right place. If you knew this about a customer, you might be able to communicate with them in a better way. Cool. So let me ask you a very pointed question. And guys, again, I'm looking for feedback here. The more you can give back to me on the presentation, the better we'll be able to walk through it with you. So we talked about knowing this information. Let me just put it back on the screen there. Where they live, what they do, what other products they're interested in, what kind of things they're searching for, what ads, where do they hang out, all that kind of stuff. Let's put a dollar figure on it. So if you knew that you could analyze a group of customers and get that information, what would that be worth to you? Diego's put thousands. Cool. All right. Mosh, it's unlimited. Cool. Aneta has said no limits. Awesome. If you knew that information, tens of thousands of dollars, says Alicia. Logan says thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. The sky's the limit, says Peter. Exactly right, guys. So what would it be worth if you legitimately could say, I know what these customers do, I know where they are, and I know what they are looking for? Would that be worth, well, let's read some of those back out again. Tens of thousands, a sky's the limit kind of number, thousands of dollars. Would that be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you over your lifetime? All right. Diana says it's hard to put a number on it. I agree, because I'm thinking if you took that as broad as you could, and every time you woke up in the morning, you could segment a group of customers and know what they were looking for and put an offer in front of them every single time. All right, Diana, I think you're right. It would be hard to put a number on it, but would that make life a little bit, I guess, more interesting for you? If you could really do that, what would it be worth? We've got tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right. And the sky's the limit in terms of a real dollar figure for knowing what that would be worth to you. So let's have a look at this project. This is, we're, 20 minutes in already. I want to show you what we've been working on, because what we've put together for you is designed to deliver back that information in a matter of minutes. Okay, in a matter of minutes. So let's have a look at this program called DataJeo. And I'm actually going to do this live with you. So this is our DataJeo system as we're logged in. And now there's lots of things I can cover off here. But when we get started, it's very, very simple. And I want to do this with you guys. So again, feedback in the chat box, please, if you can. Can you look around you, wherever you are, you're at office, you're at home, you're sitting in a park somewhere, wherever you are, can you look around you and pick an inanimate object for me? Something on the desk, something around you, a pen, a coffee cup. I'm seeing a wine glass. Cool. All right. Coaster, screen, computer, monitor. Cool. Books. Great. All right. Inanimate objects, guys. Keep them coming. We'll see if we can pick something through. An insurance form. Okay. That's an interesting one. Yep. My car. Cool. All right. So let's have a look through. We've got all kinds of different things there. We've got desk items, we've got computer stuff, we've got stuff outside. Okay, cool. So what if we wanted to pick one of those things and see if we could find customers who are looking for them? Would that be something valuable to do? All right, so I'm gonna jump in here, and I'm just gonna pick one of those random ones. And this was from Archie, has actually written a red wine glass. Thanks, Archie. So let's say, for example, that you and I got together, we saw that we could buy a whole container load of red wine glasses, or we knew how we could get them drop shipped or whatever. And we said, let's see if we can find who's buying these, and let's see if we can advertise to them. So I'm just going to drop in here a keyword of red wine glass, and we'll let DataJeo start to work some magic. Now, the first thing it does is it goes to Google and it says, okay, when I type in red wine glass, these are the results that I get. Now, what we need to know is, would any of these be the right kind of audience for us? All right. So I might look and see Crate and Barrel. Now, any of these I can actually go into and have a look at and make sure that I'm on the right path. So hang on, let me do that. Here we go. So I can go into any of these sites and I can see, look, to me, that looks like, do you know what? That's exactly the right audience. Isn't it? If I could get the same traffic as those guys, I'd be pretty happy, right? So let's have a closer look at them. So I can go through and I can say, what kind of sites would give me the best? An emoji site? No, not really. Williams and Sonoma? Yeah, definitely. So I want to choose some sites that would be the right kind of audience for me. And now I'm going to click on this button here where it says run the analysis on those selected sites. All right. Now this is where it's going to take just a few minutes, and I'm going to actually start to walk through some of the results that we're looking for. Do you remember what I said? We want to find out who they are, where they are, how to reach them, what things are they interested in, what are they typing in. So we've chosen an inanimate object, all right, and we've said we're going to try and find the best possible audience for this inanimate object, and we're going to see if we can make some sales right now. So we're going to see what we can do. So first things first. Now there's a lot of data here, guys. All right, there's a lot, but I want to walk through the different elements of it. So the first thing is that more people are searching on their desktop than mobile. Okay, so when we're setting up our ads, well, 40% of them are still on the mobile. So I want to make sure that at least 40% of my ads are optimized to the mobile side of things. But let's have a look. We're going to go through now. There's so much. Let me scan through quickly. There's so much just on keywords. Each one means something different. There's so much here that I'm going to go through. There's people that are advertising. There's different phrases. There's social groups. I'm going to go through everything here. But let's start from the top, right? So the first thing is key phrases. These phrases are on the websites that we've chosen to look at that are related, okay, to what my search was. Now, as we go through, there might be some things here that we say, hang on, I'm looking for red wine glasses. Why have we got coffee cups? I guess because Williams and Sonoma make other things as well. But interestingly, these pages are also throwing up these terms. So you can find out what else is driving traffic to these sites. We've got glassware. We've got barware glass. We've got jars, baking parchment, Crate and Barrel, that was the name of the brand. We've got all kinds of stuff there. So anything that takes my eye, all right, anything that I say, yeah, that's actually a pretty good one, I can add that to a list, All right, so I can add it to a list and say this is good to add to the keyword list. All right, so let's put this in here as the keywords. All right, so any of the ones that you think, yeah, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. All right, so that's the first thing. These are the phrases, and it says here the phrases that these websites are also showing up for. All right, now let's have a look over here. These are the websites that are also showing up for these phrases. Now I can add this to the analysis. So if I see something here that didn't show up in my initial search, I can add this to my analysis and I can start to get deeper and deeper and I can see the traffic. All right, so VinePair actually, VinePair.com, whatever site that is, let's go and have a look at it, is getting a big percentage of this traffic. So if I want their traffic, I would want to analyze them too, right? But what else, what other ways could I use this? This list, okay, this list would be a terrific list of places to advertise on, wouldn't it? So straight away, I can see here that there's some ads on this site, okay? These are ads, all right? So I can see some ads here. So I know that this site actually does advertise. I could contact them pretty easily, I would think, and be able to then advertise on their site. And we've got now hundreds of these websites that are also using these same sites. We could again save these. Okay, let's save that to a different type of list. So we could save it to a list for, let's say, for competitive sites. Okay, and we'll give that a name. We'll call it Let's Advertise. Okay, so already I've got some keywords that I need to go and have a look at, and I've got other sites that I can advertise on. Let's carry through. What we've got is organic keywords. These are the keywords that these sites we've chosen are ranking for. So we're not talking about paid traffic, that's over here, but we're talking about these are the sites that they're ranking for. Now, why would that be important? Because I'd be able to go and create content, create videos, create articles, and move in on these words, okay? So these are obviously brand names. What if I was to write an article about my red wine glasses in comparison to Crate and Barrel, and I was able to put that up onto the site, all right? But I can start to look at different phrases that are important on these websites, all right? I can start to look at the paid competitors' keywords. Who else is paying for these keywords? And I can start to look and see these are the other websites that are also paying for these keywords. Again, I can reanalyze those and see if I can find out about their traffic. Let's keep moving forward. I'm getting too bogged just in keywords. Paid keywords. These are the keywords that these websites are paying for. Now, why is that important? Because if you go to Google and just type in red wine glasses in your advertising system, they're going to give you back a whole bunch of stuff. But these are the phrases that these sites are paying for. What does that mean? It means they're working. All right, so we can come in here and make sure that we're only bidding on the right things. Now, there's more on keywords and competition in just a second. Referrals. Which sites are actually sending traffic to the ones that I wanted to analyze? 20% of the traffic is coming from eBay. That's interesting. Now, so where would I be wanting to set up my e-com store? eBay, of course. What about Feedly? I didn't even think of that. All right, so showing straight away 3 websites at the top here would cover off 46% of the traffic. Now, I could go and set up my own e-commerce store all day long, but if I wanted to get the real traffic, I'm going to concentrate in the right place. Guys, can you see the value already? Just with something inanimate. Let's keep going. Similar advertisers. Who else is using this for the same phrases? What other phrases are they working with? Now let's get some other more interesting material coming through. Where is the traffic coming from a social point of view? 50% of it coming from Facebook. Okay, so I would want to be making sure that my advertising on Facebook was on point, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in just a second. Okay. Interestingly, though, 26% of it's coming from Pinterest. So that would be a fantastic place to be setting up my pin boards for red wine glasses. Reddit, 11%. All right, and then all the rest coming through. But you can see where the traffic's coming from in a social environment. Related links and categories. This is really interesting. As it says here, I've got that hover hint there because I want you guys to read that. Read it very carefully. This shows a list of additional websites that were frequently visited by the same visitors within the browsing session. Hang on a second, what? Not only are they going to these websites, okay, the ones we've asked to analyze, But in the same browsing session, these are the other websites that they are coming to. Whoa. Can you suddenly, did anybody's lights just go ding? I've got a list now, and I can again save these to a list. I've got a list that are already proven to be the places where the audiences I'm looking for are visiting. You want to know how to find the people? This is where you need to be advertising. Okay? These are the sites you can be doing guest blog posts on, you can be advertising on. You can drop this straight into a pay-per-view advertising list. Okay? Straight away, these are the other websites that our visitors to my selected ones are also visiting. The importance of that is massive, absolutely massive. These are the categories they're shopping in. Okay, makes sense straight away. Okay, this is the search. This is where they're coming from. Guys, is anybody blown away already? Is anybody blown away already? This is just unreal. So these are links. So we've got other sites they go to. This is other sites that we point to. Again, why would that be important? Because if these sites are pointing to them, I can advertise on these sites or get onto these sites and make sure I'm there as well. Related links, all right? Other links on the site that are related to the search in question. Shopzilla, seafood recipes. Now, if we wanted to sell red wine glasses, who would have thought of targeting seafood recipes? Would that have been something that you could have gone for? Now, that proves that you can. Absolutely. Similar sites with words. Let's keep going. Where's the most amount of our audience coming from? The United States, 88%. Well, straight away I could eliminate expensive advertising for pretty much the rest of the world. Okay, so I know where to focus my ads. What categories? These are categories straight out of Amazon, showing us where the people are actually focusing on to drive traffic to these sites. Recommended channels. Now, these are sites, actually, the YouTube channels that these people are frequenting, okay? Recommended publishers. Where is the content coming from? And that's just page 1. Anybody else blown away yet? Okay? Now, let me really blow your mind. Because we want to get into things like this. The keyword planner. This is really cool because it's actually going to show me all of the actual keywords that are being used, monthly searches and competition. Now that's pretty standard. Any keyword tool can do that. Okay? But let's go up here. Let's go and look at, this is a great one. Social media. If I wanted to reach the audience that are going to these websites, these are the top YouTube channels I would need to be putting my ads onto. These are the top Facebook pages that these people are visiting. You can see Tasty. Who would have thought that you could have got onto a football Facebook page and made sales of red wine glasses? Proven point, okay? Top Twitter accounts. So if I wanted to actually get my red wine glasses in front of the right audiences, these are the Twitter accounts I could be advertising on, okay? And I can start to go down and see the social media categories where they are and where that information is coming from. How cool is that? Is that something of value? All right, let's check this one. I love this one. These are the ads that are currently driving traffic to these websites. So I can actually come here and start to see what kind of ads my audience are responding to. Is that pretty cool? I can literally come in here and see what banners are people creating. All right. Now, what can you do with that? Again, you can actually see where they're advertising and know that your advertising on these sites is going to get results as well. But you can also see the style of ads that are coming through. What about this one? All right. This actually, you can, again, dump this straight into a list, go back into Facebook and use it for your advertising. You can find the Facebook interest groups that you can go and advertise on immediately. So when you're setting up your Facebook ads, you just literally export that out and dump it into the Facebook interest, knowing that you've got the targeted audience that you're looking for. The people visiting these sites are members of these groups. Unreal. Backlinks. This one takes a second to load, so I'll just let that do it. But we can start to go through and start to see other sites pointing in, right? Now, again, why is this important? Because it's going to show you where you can be advertising on. So you can actually come and see a whole list of the websites pointing to the sites and the links going out. Okay, so I can really start to find where my people are going and how to find them. Guys, can I get some feedback? What do you think? Within a few minutes, going from an inanimate object, we've been able to find what my customers are searching for, who are they, where are they, and what's the best way of reaching them. Okay? Can everybody's, okay, I've got some wows, great, fantastic, I can see the point. How do we use the data? Oh, how do we use the data? That's a great question. So I want to cover that for you now, because this is probably, this is the blow away point, all right? I really want to show you guys this, so 1 second. All right, guys, so this is what we call the personal view report. So every time you run a search, and these are just a couple that I had saved. So this is, every time you run a report, you get this personal view, all right? That says, okay, you're looking for this kind of person. Your ideal customer in this particular search is Clive, and this is just a random name and a random picture. But your ideal customer is a gentleman that's 52 to 72 years old, to 70 years old, living in the United Kingdom, who most likely see your ads on this particular type of device. He will view your ads on one of these sites. He's looking for these particular keywords right now. He'll go past these competitors. He's gone past them already. He's a member of these Facebook groups and is subscribed to these YouTube channels. Okay? This particular search is a 36 to 51-year-old male that lives in the northern United States that will view on this type of device. Can you see the value here? I've literally gone within a second and I've said, I want to find out who my customer is and how to reach them. And this says, this is your ideal customer. This is how to reach them and this is where. Now, there's a lot of data here. There's a lot of information. But that personal view adds a real human touch to it, doesn't it? So do you remember our question? We said, if we knew, let me go back to that actually. Let me go back to my question. If we knew how old they were, where they were, if we knew if it was male or female, if we knew who else is catering to these customers, if we knew what they are searching for currently, if we knew what social groups they were part of, and we knew what kind of ads they responded to, would that be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you? If you could literally pick any object, any promotion, if you could go to ClickBank, if you could go to JVZoo, if you could go to OfferVault or Has Offers or anywhere on the net and literally say, I've got something to sell, right? Who is my customers? Who's going to buy it? And you could find that information within minutes. Would that be valuable to you? All right. I've got lots of comments coming through. So guys, just drop a 1 in the chat box if you think that would be valuable to you. 1. Yeah. 1. Cool. I'm in the right room. I'm talking to the right people. All right, so what could you do with that information? Well, obviously we're talking about wine glasses, but you could go into that marketplace. Do you think people who are interested in red wine glasses might also be interested in things like, I don't know, winery tours, as an example? So let me do this. I do this quite a lot with coaching groups. Winery tours affiliate program. All right, winery tours affiliates. Now, I'm in Australia, so an Australian ones come up straight. But let's look at this Taste Vacation affiliate program. Okay, so I can actually pick up, now who thought of this? Who thought of outside of ClickBank and outside of JVZoo that you could actually go and find an affiliate program for wine tours? All right, these guys, I've done this search before, they pay about, there it is, up to $600 commission. Whoa, I can tell you where to find the audience and how to find the audience, and you can go out and be making sales with a $600 commission each and every time. Anybody interested? Absolutely. Are we talking about just wine? Absolutely not. Look around you and see all of the inanimate objects around you, and then think about what else are they interested in and go to work. This is something really, really huge. All right. So very, very quickly, being able to find who's my target audience, what are they searching for, where do they hang out, what's the best ways to reach them, all in one simple dashboard. All right. So let me come back here for a second, and that is DataJeo, but that's only one point. I'm going to get to that in a second. So know your customer, and this is for absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be an inanimate object. Okay, I can come in here. We own a company called DataJeo, so we have a webinar software program. So I can come up here and do a search, and I know, for example, one of my competitors, for example, might be GoToWebinar. So instead of searching for a keyword, I'm going to search specifically on one website. All right, and I can go and do the same thing on that one website. I can find out what keywords they're using, what ad graphics they're using, who's coming to their site, where are they hanging out, what are their what things are they typing in, where are the everything. I can within seconds find out so much information that I can go and set myself up to really compete. Okay, I can see what ads they're using. All right, everything is here, guys. Everything is here. All right, so I can search on keywords. I can search on competitors' sites. I can add these into a project so I can build a campaign. So it might just not be GoToWebinar. It might be other campaigns as well. I can literally pick anything in the world and go and analyze it in seconds. Valuable? You tell me. All right, so know your customer. What they search for. What keywords do they actually type in? Where they live. What they buy. Nice. What ads do they respond to? And what's the best ways to reach them? And where they hang out. What social channels are the best mediums for reaching your audience? Guys, can you see why I'm so excited about this? Because when I got told to know my audience is the best way to grow my company, I started to understand that there's all of this information is out there. But man, it takes a long time to put it together into something meaningful. That's what we created DataJeo for. Has anybody heard of Dan Kennedy? Dan is a well-known marketing author. He's written a bunch of best-selling books, including this one, which is the 4th edition, actually, The Ultimate Marketing Plan. Target your audience, get your message out, build your brand by Dan Kennedy. All right. In this book, Dan says something so pointed to what I'm talking about. He said that marketing is all about the message market media pyramid. All right. Getting the right message to the right audience using the right media is the guarantee of sales. Let me say that again. The guarantee of sales is getting the right message to the right audience using the right media. What do they want? How do they like to receive it? And where will they see it? That's what we've created within DataJeo in just a few clicks. All right. I've got a slide up here. This is a fantastic guy in our space, a gentleman named David Schloss, one of the most giving people that I've ever met. All right. He is an advertising guru. I'm going to use that word very, very sparely. He's an advertising guru. David Schloss is an advertising guru. He's currently running $1 million a month on Facebook. All right, so what he said about he saw at DataJeo. We run nearly $1 million a month on Facebook advertising through our agency and customer And customer research is the difference between a successful campaign and a failure. DataJeo makes the research push button easy and eliminates the costly exercise of the initial tweaking of ads to perform better. Is that cool? You know, when you set up an ad, the first couple of weeks, you're trying to find your audience. You're trying to say, who responds better, do males or females? Where is it? Is it North America or, am I better focused in the UK? You're doing all of that tweaking, and guess what? That's expensive. And that's where most people give up. Because most people will set up an ad and they'll be trying to find that audience and it's costing them a bomb and they're out $200 before they even get a click. And they cancel the ad because they couldn't quite reach the right audience with the right media and the right message. All right. What DataJeo does is it eliminates the majority of that tweaking because it delivers back to you. This is your audience. This is what they're searching for. This is how to reach them, and this is what they respond to best. That's what the program is designed to do. So guys, can I get, again, now that you've seen the whole program working, can I get some feedback? And what do you think of the value? Who thinks it would be a huge value to them? Can I just, let me know. Huge, awesome, great. Yep. Wow, my chat box is exploding there. Dawn says, I love it. Fantastic. Peter says, can I have it? Yes, we'll get to that in just a second. Fantastic. All right, guys, looks like we're on the right path. This has so much value. Whatever you're doing right now, if you've only got one thing that you're trying to achieve, DataJeo can help you do that. And the other side of that is it can also help you reach further and wider than you ever dreamed possible. All right. The value of being able to reach the right audience in the right medium, with the right message is absolutely huge. All right. Seriously, that's just part one. Everybody's head's blown off right now. I'm so thrilled to see the feedback coming through. It's really great. It's been 2 years creating this platform. All right, because we wanted to make sure we had the best possible information that we could. But that's just part one. So part one says, who is my audience and how can I reach them? Part 2 says, now that I know how to reach them, how do I keep tabs on whether it's working or not? And that's where I want to introduce you to the tracking component. Now, we're actually giving this as a bonus with our DataJeo platform. This is as a bonus, and it's in the same thing. You can see here, traffic and tracking, okay? Now, one of the things that used to drive me nuts was when people started talking about split testing. My eyes used to glaze over. I don't know, I'm a creative guy. All that kind of analytical stuff, I'm just not good at it. So what I needed to do was create a platform that made it super easy, okay? And so, for example, we can set up, let's go here to our details section. I can set up multiple pages, all right? So, you know, every time you have a campaign, you have a different page, right? You have like a landing page, a sales page, a shopping page, you have your different pages. So you can create those different pages, all right? And then you can have different styles of campaigns. So we might set up a Facebook campaign. So this is our Facebook campaign, okay? All right, and where do we want them to go? We want them to go to the home page. Is it a fixed cost or cost per click? And my estimate is, I don't know, 60 cents a click, all right? I can come back in and update that later on. So I've got a Facebook campaign. Now I want to set up different ads on Facebook, okay? So I want to be able to see, I want to create one ad that's for the news feed and one ad that's maybe a promoted post. So I can come in here and create a new source, and let's call this, this is the promoted post, okay? And I'll create another one here as the, let's go the newsfeed post, okay? Now, check what's happened. Automatically, it's given me two different links. So, I can now use that link. I can set my Facebook ad up tracking that link, and I can start to see which campaigns are bringing me the results. I can set up a split test. So what if I had, guys, again, split testing and all that kind of stuff, I'm not analytical. But let me tell you the importance of this. I was in a seminar in the UK, actually, and the presenter actually asked the audience, who in the audience is split testing? About 6 people put their hand up. All right, there's maybe 150 people in the room, all marketers, okay, all people marketing. 6 people put their hands up. And then the presenter said, okay, you guys with the hands up, who's doing more than $1 million a year? And every one of them kept their hands up. And the presenter said to the audience, me included, and there's the point. The people who are making it are testing. All right. So I needed to find a way to make the testing easy. So we can create a new test. So we create a page and maybe one page has got a red background and one page has got a blue background. Something as simple as that. All right. So I want this one to be the red background. All right. Give it the URL. I'll put in DataJeo's URL just for fun. All right. And now I can start to allocate my traffic. All right. Do you see how easy that is? Now, every time somebody clicks on my link, 24% of the traffic will come to this page and 76% will come to this page. And I can tweak that so easily. So out of 100 clicks, I can start to see which ones are converting better. Because then we get into the reporting, we start to see conversions. All right, I can start to see where the revenue is actually coming from. All right, I can see who the visitors are. I can see how many people have visited that site and where they've come from. Okay, and which campaigns they've responded to. All right, I can start to see absolutely everything about my actual campaigns. So the traffic system is a should be. This is where your audience are. This is what they're looking for. This is how to reach them. And then we said, now let's talk about what's actually working. So I've gone and I've done my research over here, okay, and I've researched and I've found that this is the best way to reach them, and this is what I'm going to be doing. And then I say, okay, based on that, let's set up a campaign and let's now track what's working and what's not. So I can create 2 different ads. One ad has this kind of headline and one ad has that kind of headline, and let's test it out. And I can do it so quickly that I can get better results. The tracking system, and we're using this on our traffic all the time. Okay, so I can literally tell you where the traffic's coming from. Okay, and what's generating the most amount of revenue. So what's actually working? I've done my research and now I can start to track what's real. Okay, and there's so much in this tracking section. But guys, again, what do you think? Not only are we giving you a complete traffic generation strategy machine, But then after we've got that, we're then saying, okay, now let me help you fine tune what's actually working. All right. I'll get to heat maps in just a second as well. But this is the traffic machine and then the fine tuning with your tracking. Guys, is that cool? We're including both in our DataJeo launch. All right. So if you want to grab DataJeo, you're literally getting both engines. So the DataJeo tracking, all right, tracking the actuals. It delivers that split testing capability and the return on investment, the ROI reporting, to show exactly what's working in your marketing from every angle. All right, and what I've written down the bottom there, it's too expensive to guess. It really is. In today's world, I read something yesterday from Todd Brown that actually said and showed the cost per click of every average campaign over the last 4 years has quadrupled. Why? Because there's just more competition. People understanding their advertising more. It's too expensive to guess. Who's got hundreds of dollars they can throw away trying to work this stuff out? I don't. All right? I'm running 10 campaigns a week. I don't have that amount of money to just throw it away and hope that I get a result. It's too expensive to guess. You have to know. And for me, who's a non-analytical person, it has to be easy, man. I have to be able to set that up so quickly that I can run out my ads, I can create a new link, I can track what my returns are, and I can do it effortlessly. And that's what we've built into the DataJeo tracking system. It's too expensive to guess. You absolutely have to know to be able to get ahead. All right, guys. This is the time I need your feedback. What do you think? What do you think of this platform? And the question that's up on the screen there, we had people say, just knowing that information a few slides ago, tens of thousands of dollars are limitless. The sky's the limit. The value is massive. What do you think of the platform that I've just shown you? What is it worth to you and your business? Can I get some answers here? I want to get some feedback. Thousands per campaign. Thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate that. Thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. Is it a lifetime cost, Mason? No. I'll talk about the costing of it in just a second, but I'll guarantee you that it'll blow you away. Success or failure, says Cole. I appreciate that. Awesome. Oh, thanks. Arlene says awesome. Thanks. What do you think is worth? You can put a dollar figure on it. I'm getting thousands. I'm just seeing dollar signs. Who put dollars? Shanice just put dollar signs in the chat box. That's nice. I like that. All right. What's it worth to you? Is it worth a few $100? All right. So that you could go out and run a campaign and make sales. What if you were selling those winery tours at $600 a commission? Would it be worth 10 of those? Could you make 10 sales knowing what you know? All right, what if you could go out and find leads for a finance company that are paying $1,000 a lead? Would that be worth something to you? Give me some dollar figures here. I'm just seeing lots of numbers in the chat box, which is awesome. But for anybody that's thinking that it doesn't have the value, think broader. You can market anything if you know who the audience is. Tens of thousands of dollars. All right, Mohammed, again, Mohammed's jumping in. Mohammed, I can clearly see you're excited, which is fantastic. Mohammed's just said, thousands of dollars, I need it. Unreal. All right, guys. Tens of thousands of dollars, dollar signs, lots of zeros. All right. Max put lots of zeros. Mac, is that lots of zeros with... you put 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Is that like it's not worth anything to you, or it's worth $100,000 to you? I hope it's worth $100,000. To me, being able to define the audience, find where they are, find what they're looking for, and be able to put ads in front of them in the best possible way, and then be able to track and fine-tune the results, man, I've got to tell you, it's worth tens of thousands of dollars to me. And that's probably tens of thousands of dollars monthly or yearly. Like, that's just a recurring value. Max says, yeah, hundreds of thousands. Thanks, Mac. I appreciate it. All right. Would you be able to run better campaigns? Simply put. Now, there's lots of methods of getting free traffic. We talk about that a little bit in the training and the what's next stuff. Being able to generate content with the words that are shown and being able to throw up YouTube videos and that kind of stuff. But when I talk about running campaigns, I'm really talking about paid traffic. Being able to really fine-tune your audience and put the message in front of the right people at the right times. Would you be able to run better campaigns? That's the simple question. And this is probably the bigger question. Once you've got the data, once you can understand, as Robert Frost said, how many things would you attempt if you knew that you could not fail? How many things would you attempt if you knew that you could not fail? Would you be able to go confidently to any promotion on any platform and find an audience for it with a reasonable degree of certainty of the results? Would you be able to do that? Would you be able to go and finally be able to put some YouTube videos up, some blog posts up, some ads up, and be able to run to the right audience? How many things would you try if you knew you could not fail? All right? Are you starting to see the huge value here? Where you can take something and have a really good chance of success because you've got the numbers. And that kind of research, anybody can do it. It just takes forever. But what we've tried to do is bring it all together. So the question there is, how many things would you do if you knew you could not fail? All right? So let's talk about our costs and our sources, or where we get this data. So the first one there is Alexa, and I'll open that up in a tab. Alexa is my first one. And this is Alexa. Now they have a free account, but that only gives you a little bit. So let's go to their pricing and have a look at their top level, which is what we have. That's $149 a month. All right, so that's Alexa. That's one of our sources, and that is $149 a month. Let me put that up on the screen. There we go. Monthly cost, $149. Next is SimilarWeb. Now again, I'm going to open that up. SimilarWeb a little bit strange because they don't have their pricing on the actual website. You have to kind of call and find out. But this is SimilarWeb. Again, you can see them all. Alexa, SimilarWeb, they're all up here. Okay, so SimilarWeb. Again, if I go across to pricing, and there's a free one. They don't have the cost on here, but you find it pretty easily. And I've put that little link there so I can open that up for you. This is a company called GetApp, and they've listed it as about average, and that works out to be $149 a month. Actually, we pay a lot more than that because we've got a higher level account. But coming back, Alexa, $149, SimilarWeb, $149. These are monthly costs. This is the cost of the data coming into DataJeo. This is not what it's going to cost you guys. All right, I just want to show you the build-up of some of this information. So we've got lots more. Let me see. AdBeat, okay? So AdBeat is another one of our sources, okay? AdBeat, here we go. AdBeat. Pricing, there we go. AdBeat, pricing. AdBeat pricing, okay? Now, we've got lots coming in, but predominantly we're only using the creative. This is where we bring in what ads are working. So that's the display. That's the $249, the standard level, not the advanced level, the standard level, $249. So let me put that up on the page. $249 for AdBeat. All right. Majestic. We get, if I go across again, all of our backlink information that we showed before. Our backlink information is from Majestic. So let's get across to Majestic and see what they cost. Majestic. Here we go. Now we've got dozens more sources. Let's go across to plans and pricing. There we go. Plans and pricing. Okay. Now, if I go into dollars, here we go. At the moment, they've got a special, and that's quarterly. Okay, but it works out to be monthly. So it works out $49.99 as a monthly cost. So let me put that up here as a monthly. So that's just 4 of our sources. Okay, we've got 14 others. We've got 14 other data sources that we're aggregating to bring that in and give us the best results that we possibly can. So that's just 4 of the sources, which works out, we've got, as I said, another 14 others, including Facebook, including Google, bringing in the data from there. So that just for those 4, that monthly cost works out to be $596.99 a month. Now, is that worth it? If you're making tens of thousands of dollars in returns from your advertising, that would be worth it, right? But that's hellish expensive. In fact, that works out to be, if we calculate that forward, $7,163 a year. Now again, if you could run a campaign with a pretty good knowledge of success in that campaign, and you could be turning out thousands of dollars a month, then yeah, I would pay that. I would. I'd go and do the research, I'd get the information, and I'd be making a good return. That'd be worth it to me. Okay, but let's just talking value, and now let's have a look compared to DataJeo. So that total monthly cost, let me go back one. The total monthly cost is $596.99. $596.99, okay? The total yearly cost was $7,163. Let's compare that to what we're doing with DataJeo. For DataJeo, for you guys, the monthly cost is just $37. Whoa. And the yearly cost, if you're smart and you want to save some coin, It's just $297 a year. Can I get some feedback? Is that a good offer? I need to know. $37 a month or $297 a year. Guys, whoa, look at the chat box. I'm wow, awesome, amazing. That's fantastic. I want in. Whoa, guys, the chat, I've never seen the chat box blow up so much. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, guys. All right. So is that a good offer? I'm pretty sure that you guys are saying yes right now. Is that a good offer? Yes. I want to make it just a little bit better, just for this launch, just for this special that we're running as we promote. If you wanted to get the very best data that we can possibly give you for the very, very best deal, we've got a special 3-year offer. 3 years of access for just $497. Okay? Do you remember that it was over $7,000 for 1 year? And just for this launch, literally just for this time, if you wanted to save the most amount of money, you can get our 3-year license for just $497. What do you think, guys? Boom. Anita says boom. Love it, says Linwood. Max says I'm in. Gladys says yes. How do I get started? Well, that's the good point, and that's where I really want to make something special available for you guys, just as our existing customers. So this is going to be the launch pricing. Now, I want to show you something special. On launch day, you're going to get a whole lot of emails from JV partners and affiliates offering all kinds of bonuses and stuff. And what I want you to do is, I want you to pick the person who's got the best bonuses that suit you, the person that you want to buy from. If you want to buy direct from us, that's great. But there's also going to be some people that are out there that have bonuses. Now, I encourage you to go and get them. But what I'm going to do for you is, no matter who you buy from, you can actually pick this up with a discount because you're an existing customer. And I want to show you how to do that. So let me just grab a page here. I've put it up so that we can see. There we go. Right. So this is only for our existing customers. What happens is you can pick up. So let me go back to that page. Here we go. So you can pick it up for either $37 a month, $297 a year, or the special 3-year license at $497. Now, whichever one of those packages you pick up at checkout, just use this coupon. And the coupon, of course, is loyal. Loyal. Just type that in. You can see I've got a screenshot of doing it here. It just shows you in your payment options. Just type the word loyal and it'll automatically drop that discount in. It'll drop the discount off whichever package you choose. And that discount is ongoing. If you choose the monthly option, it'll be a 20% discount each and every month. If you choose yearly, each and every year. And of course, that massive 3-year license, it'll also discount that by 20%. And then in another 3 years' time, will be a discount there as well. So I think that's, what is that about? $150? Is that about right? For the 3-year license discount, that's pretty huge. So you can jump in. I don't think my maths are right there, but yeah, it's definitely $100 off for you as a loyal customer. Now, that's not the only thing that this coupon will get you. There's also 2 upsells with the DataJeo program. Not many people will talk about the upsells in their initial approach, but the first upsell is what we call a heat map system. And that heat map, let me just see if I can grab this quickly. Here we go. So the heat map system will be available here in your tracking area, and literally is a heat map where you can come in and you can find out the cursor movements for on your page. So you can literally see, and I'm showing you there, you can literally see where people go on your page. And this is designed to help you optimize your pages, so you can literally put your buy buttons or your calls to action in the best possible places on your pages. And that's the heat map system. It's an upsell. It's a one-time cost, but your discount coupon will also get you 20% off that. I think it's $197 for the heat map. It might be $147, but either way, you will also get that 20% discount off that one. So loyal also gets you a discount off all of the upsells. The second upsell is the what we're calling the agency system, and I'll just go to that here. In the agency system allows you to set up and sell. I need to log in again. Set up and sell the reports that DataJeo generates, and you can sell them for whatever you want to sell them for. So you can brand it with your own logo, you can put in your own details, you can set your own colors, and then you can literally add people in. So you could go to a local business and walk in the door and say, "Hi, Mr. Customer, notice that you're advertising on Google. I'd love to do a bit of a report and a review on how you can get better results from your advertising. We charge $100 for that. Can I get that done for you? You can sell it for as much as you like. You can provide it as an ongoing service, whatever you want to do, and it's all branded under your own name. This is, again, a one-time cost. At launch, it's going to be $497 to get the agency license, and your coupon will cover that as well. So you can get a discount off every single product in our launch funnel, and that's just for you, only for existing customers. If it gets shared around, I'll be taking it down because it's not for the public. It's only for you. It's my way of saying thanks. And so when we launch, I encourage you to go and grab the best offer from the affiliates, the partners that are out there, and then at the checkout, just click on the buy button, whichever package you choose, drop in that word loyal, and you'll automatically see your payment going down there. So guys, again, I hope that's it's just my way of saying thanks, and it's the very best way I can do that. So all of these packages, you can just drop in that word loyal, and of course you'll get the upsells at the discount as well. So let me answer a couple of questions quickly. Firstly, is it a one-time cost? No, of course it's a recurring cost, either monthly or yearly or 3 yearly. So you choose your package, and it will be rebuild. Now, the next question, what if I don't want to renew? Well, that's simple. Just don't renew. Just let our team know, just cancel, and just contact the team, say, I don't want to renew, and they cancel it. We don't send people around to your house. They just say, okay, thanks. Sorry to see you go. So if you don't want to renew, you don't have to. But one of the next questions is, will the cost ever go up? Here's the point. If you stay as a customer, no, you get to lock in that discounted price. You get to lock in that low offer each and every month, each and every year, each and every 3 years. You get to have it at that lower price level. So, that's up to you. If you want to cancel, please do. If you stay as a customer, you get to keep it at the low introductory costing there. Another one is, will we be adding to the data? Yeah, absolutely. We've got a lot actually planned. We've got the whole next 12 months of development planned for this product, including some really cool stuff coming through in the next 30 days actually. So as soon as you start up with DataJeo, you're going to get more. But the cool thing is with us, of course, as you know, anything we add to the program, you get it automatically as a customer. You don't have to, fork out more money in 12 months for version 2 or anything stupid like that. When we add to the program, you get it. So next time you log in, if we've added something, you'll see that, and you'll have that access as well. Is there training provided? Yes, of course. So there's training on all of the different areas, how to set up your search and how to add them to the list and all that kind of stuff. But there's also the training on what I call the what's next. So I've got all this data, that's great, but what do I do with it? Well, we actually show you the what's next as well. So we show you, okay, these are organic ranking competitive sites. How can I use that information in the best possible way? So yeah, we've covered all of that off for you. So this is it, guys. This is my last slide. So this is DataJeo. We're launching March the 2nd. And again, thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being one of our most amazing customers. And please, at the launch, use the coupon LOYAL to save that 20%. You're welcome, guys. I can see so many people coming through. You're welcome. I'm just thrilled to have you on board. Yeah, awesome. It's going to save a heap of time. So, guys, March the 2nd, 10 a.m., we're going to be doing a webinar, which is pretty much this webinar, at 9 a.m., but you don't need to come along to that. You've already seen it. You can come if you want to. I'd love to have you there. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to save you some time. But we'll be opening the doors about 10 o'clock. It might even be about 20 minutes early, depending on how the webinar goes. But when that happens, grab the package from an affiliate that is offering some cool bonuses, or buy direct from us. That's always great as well. And we're very grateful for that. And at the checkout, drop that word loyal into any of the packages that you choose, including the upsells, and we'll flick you 20% off ongoing as an ongoing discount, just as our way of saying thanks. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. We're an hour into the presentation, and I'm so thrilled that you guys could see the results and see what we've created for you and how it can help you run better campaigns and do better out there. So again, thank you for joining me. Launch is on March the 2nd, and I look forward to welcoming you on board with our latest program, DataJeo, and seeing the results that it can create for you. Don't forget the coupon at the checkout, and thanks again. We'll see you at launch. Cheers.